Hello Aquarius, welcome to Fifth House Divination. My name is Kirsty and today we are going to do a special Mercury retrograde reading for Valentine's Day. Mercury is actually going to be coming into contact with Venus in the sky during his retrograde period around about the 13th. And as Mercury is famous for bringing people back into our lives, I thought I would do a reading for those of you who are in separation, who may be curious to know if your person is coming back or if you're going to be coming back into contact with them. So the card that you're looking at is the card that is going to significate the answer. It could be yes, no, delayed or soon. I'm going to pick another 7 cards to go with it. I'm just shuffling them up now, which is probably what you can hear. If you pick another 7 cards, so that will give us 8 cards. We'll shuffle those together and then pick them out and deal them out in 4 lots of 2, and then wherever this card is the answer. The other 7 cards will give us context for the answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to have that one 7. Okay, so readings are general. Take them as they resonate. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon and rising signs. Check out all 3. There's also other readings on the channel, your general readings for each month. There's also the general Mercury retrograde reading. I did one that covered the sort of the general energies, what might be coming back into us in this period. So let's get started with this one then. So in the yes position, we've got the 10 of Cups. So this is yes and also what's going on at the moment. In the soon position, we've got the Chariot. In the delayed, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. In the no position, we've got the Page of Cups. So yes, soon, delayed, and no. Honestly, we've had back-to-back no's coming out. I'm getting a little bit, my romantic side's getting a little bit fed up. Right, okay, so surely somebody's going to come back and reunite and it's all going to be all lovely and happy. Right, okay guys, so the cards come out in the no position. And the clarifier for that is the Page of Cups. The other cards, we'll have a look at the other cards and that will tell us why this isn't coming. Right, okay, so at the moment, in the sort of in the present, so what we've got going on is the 10 of Cups clarified by the 6 of Swords. So the 10 of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment, emotional bliss, but with other people. And the 6 of Swords talks about moving on to calmer waters, leaving behind, sort of pain, conflict, anxiety. So I think this is very much this is a symbolic of walking away from this emotional connection. So there is some kind of departure. Why it's not showing up is the 10 of Swords. It's not the 10 of Swords. It's not conflict and fighting and betrayal and that real kind of brutal ending that we've seen a lot of times to say, you know, done is done. This is more a kind of the 6 of Swords is a more, do you know what, I'm done with this. I'm just going. I've just had enough. I'm done with the conflict. I'm done with the fighting. I'm moving on to smoother waters. So this is like a kind of a choice to move away just because, you know, for an easier life, I guess. So there is a detachment and a moving away from this 10 of Cups, this emotional fulfillment, this emotional connection. And what's coming in is the Chariot, which talks about fast movement forward, talks about making progress. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles talks about reciprocation. It talks about, you know, being able to give to your others, but filling your own basket first. So the Six of Pentacles talks about equal give and take, but you only give after you have enough for yourself. So this is giving from a place of abundance. This is not giving to people because you feel that you have to, or not over giving to people where you get very little in return. This is talking about moving to a place of material abundance, material comfort, where you're comfortable in your own skin and you can afford to give to other people because you have enough for yourself. So this is moving forward into something that is really sort of lovely and grounded, and very there is a sort of a shared resources, a shared experience, but just feeling materially very grounded, like you have enough, and you do have enough to sort of share with others. Which I'm guessing, if this is a sort of a walking away, then this is something that you didn't have in this connection here. There may have been overgiving, or, you know, there may have been sort of given with strings attached. This has got no strings attached to it. But anyway, you're moving away from this connection, and you're moving into a place of abundance, of something where there is some kind of reciprocation and equal give and take. So what I'm feeling really from this note card is that it's just the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. So this is an emotion card, but this is in the no position. So I think there is no, there won't be a reconnection here. There is no reconnection because I think the love just isn't there anymore. I think, hard as it is to say, I think what once was, you know, a Ten of Cups, as over time these things just change, don't they? Our feelings change, people change, and emotions just dwindle. And I think you know, the connection isn't going to come back because I think, you know, the feelings just aren't there anymore. It's just, this isn't a big kind of explosive, you know, doors slamming, things blowing up, awful, awkward breakup. This feels like two people who have literally just drifted apart. And they've moved forward and on into something that, you know, it feels pretty good. It will sustain them, it suits them. They're in a place where they're in a sort of a better place. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So this moving on has been of benefit to them, and I think that the reason you guys are not coming back into connection is just because, you know, this is sort of done. You guys have moved on, you've grown apart, you've gone from a Ten of Cups into a Page of Cups, and, you know, it's just the love. While I think there's probably still a level of, when you've been with someone for a very, very, very long time, and if you haven't had these major disputes and the major fallouts and the massive arguments, if this is somebody that you just grow, you know, if you grow apart, there is always a small part of you somewhere, you know, where you'll always care about that person and you'll never want, you know, any harm to come from them. So you still kind of love them, but you're not in love with them anymore. And I think that I think that's where we are now with this. So this connection, romantically, I don't see this one coming back together. And in the delay position, so this is what comes in after the obstacles clear. This has been coming through as, you know, after Mercury retrograde, but when they're lovely, these are lovely positive cards. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So I think that once you guys have sort of moved to this new place where you're in this Six of Pentacles, you can be generous with other people, you can be generous with each other, you know, because that initial sort of split, that initial breakup is always, it's a bit strange, it's a bit of a shock, it takes a little bit of getting used to. And so I think once you guys reach a point where you can be generous and magnanimous and kind with each other, when you both, you know, sort of reach the understanding that it's, you know, you're parting ways, then I think what will then happen is you can kind of collaborate to ensure that you guys both you know, get what you need from the situation. You can kind of go on and be happy and single. The Nine of Pentacles is the single card. But I think this to me looks like a sort of a separation, post-divorce, collaboration to make sure that you both get what you need out of this separation. So this is sad, guys, but you know, I mean, this is a very kind of grown-up way of dealing with it. So I think that this is for a couple, for some people who have been together for a long time, who have just kind of drifted apart, and you know, and this is talking about just moving on into an area of life where you just feel more abundant, you both feel more abundant, and when you get to a point where you've both sort of come to terms with and accepted the situation where it is now, I think you'll be coming back together briefly to collaborate on making a plan for your kind of your independence and separating financially and moving forward as individuals. So guys, I'm going to leave that there for you. There are other readings. There's the general reading for the Mercury retrograde. There are your zodiac monthly readings in general and love. And also on Instagram, we've got a connection section, which is looking at blockages and connections, all kinds of connections, not just romance, but business, etc. And don't forget to check out your other Sun, Moon and Rising signs. There may be something there for you. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.